anything interesting here? I doubt it. Is there anything interesting here? I doubt it.
Fighting is meaningless. The time is now.
You won't get away! end your misery. Are you gonna chicken out? Don't mess with me. Let me end your misery. Who's next?
Clemency?
You're in bad shape.
Let me end your misery.
Step aside. I have no interest. The time is now.
You won't get away. What a headache. Let me end your misery.
Clemency?
You won't get away. Are you gonna chicken out?
Burn away.
This will strengthen our position.
Great. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Fight!
Okay, daily's done. What? 10, 20 minutes.
Is
Oops.
there anything interesting here? I doubt it.
Herda, it's your office. Okay, let's start. Salvage and relic. Okay, we can do some relic. Done. So yeah, I checked in game in Genshin. This thing costs 4 times more than Genshin. So like for Genshin, one 5-star, one intertwined fate basically costs you 5-star glitter. So it's now 20. That's a lot. Well, I guess they just buffed the numbers. So the one that you get from gacha, they just, you know, increase the numbers. I think the income is still the same. I based on my notes, I double check in game. Same. Character in Genshin it's 34. So but in this one it's 35 times 4. 140. Yeah. In Genshin, 4-star character available in Paimon shop is 34 star glitter. So in this game they just round it up. I wonder how many you will need. 150 star glitter for one basically 5-star weapon. I guess 600 divided by 4. I mean, yeah, it's if you go for like 2 5-star, you can get it. Same Genshin. I believe this one reset monthly as well. This is like unlocker for your traces talents, traces skill tree or whatever. Okay, for the shop they just increase the numbers, so I wonder how fast I can get one of these. I want Bronya or well, Yanqing is fine. This is a guarantee crit, but every 3 turns. Roughly. Yeah, it's fine. In terms of friends, I rarely use it. 34 days ago. They just play and dip. Yeah, I mean, understandable. They just play and dip. Well, beta lasts longer than expected, to be honest. Not that surprising. Assignment, I'm not sure, because maybe in like when the game started, maybe I'll hunt down. Basically what I do is I will hunt down, because there are a lot of exploration, right? Maybe for like what, the first week of the game, maybe I clean up this area, you know, finish the prologue, and then you have access to the areas, and then, you know, cleaning up the puzzle and chest or whatever. So maybe every day I will clean up this area. Basically kill everything on site. Maybe. Because for early game, for these two materials... Oh, Void Ranger, okay. Yeah, for some of the monster material, they kind of hard, not hard to get. It's just a lot. Ascension will will eat them up quickly. So maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll see how invested I am. We will see. We'll talk about Ascension later. Synthesize. I mean, I can do one I can do one relic. Food. I wonder. We don't have 5-star, right? Yeah, it's 1 or maybe 3-star. It's the max. Oh, 4-star. 4-star is the highest right now. Ooh. I wish. I don't think we have 5-star. Because food is based on one battle, right? For the next battle. Yeah, that's why they have this. Where is it? Where's the thing that you can synthesize? The one with the garbage can, or I don't have enough material for it. Basically, reduce your satiety. So if you eat too many food buffs, you can reduce it, so you can consume them again. That's fine. I only use food for no, that's not. I only use food for daily mission. That's it. Which is fine. If the daily mission are consumable, make one consumable, or and the battle pass. But other than that, I rarely use it. I don't ever use it at all. Maybe I should for like healing. Because unless I get Natasha early from gacha, assuming the assumption is the banner is what we got in this game, then maybe. Natasha, Hook, and Pila, they're all like good 4-star to get early game. So you either wait for Natasha to come during the battle against Varrock, or you get her early in gacha. I think even if I get her early, I'll use her after the battle against Varrock, just to get used to the game. Material, whatever. There's some you can convert it. I think you can. Yeah, no, that's a boss material, so you cannot convert it. My bad. Because I thought I can save some resin or some TP, Trailblaze point, or Trailblaze power. Like if I have extra of this material, I can convert it to other classes. I guess I can't. In terms of relic, we have the synthesized thing, right? So if you have the ticket from the Nameless Honor Battle Pass, alright, American English Honor. Yeah, it's been like weeks since I touched this. So basically, if you have, where is it, the reward? Level 40 reward, which is this thing, self-modeling resin. You can pick, I show it on stream, I think. You can pick the main stat of the relic you want. So if you've been farming for relic for a while and then you get frustrated by the RNG because you don't get the main stats that you want, like Genshin, so you can craft it. This is the one that I crafted. I have another one, but I think I foddered it yesterday just to check. I think they carry over their inheritance system in Genshin. Basically, if you, let's say you have plus 15 relic, right? I'm not locked, okay. So let's say if I want, okay, sorry. At first I thought, that's too good to be true. It's still 80% carryover. Yeah. 80% roughly. Or is it? I don't know. but it doesn't carry over 100%. The XP total 80 or 90% or whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's a net loss, but whatever. It's a gacha game. So yeah, that doesn't solve the issue. I guess that's kind of solved the issue, but you can only go you can only get it one time per patch, exactly. And but to be fair, in terms of relic, yeah, I'll do it now. Inventory. I have enough for like 10 5-star, I think. You need 10 to get the point, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah, you need 100. So per 10 artifact or per 10 relic, you can synthesize whatever piece you want. So let's say, oh, I've been spending 4,000 resin in emblem domain or whatever. So you can craft specific piece. The good thing is that now I just realized it. You can craft flower. I keep saying flower and feather. The head and hand piece, because they have the same main stat throughout, which is stupid. But yeah, if you are desperate, you can just craft them, or relying on RNG to get whatever main stats from the pieces you don't have. So let's say if you want to run this, this is the quantum set for Sila and Chinkyu. So if I'm desperate, oh, I don't have any I don't have any feed piece to get the 4-piece bonus. What do? Synthesize the feed piece. The caveat is that you basically rely on RNG on the main substat or on the main stat. So for science, it costs you money as well. Damn. Yeah, it's not bad. It could be worse. I'll take it. Effect rest, I think it's fine. Yeah, not getting CC or not getting DOT is fine. Crit damage, okay, whatever. So yeah, it did kind of help alleviate some of the issues we have with artifact slash relic issue, because again they copy most of the system from Genshin, because they think, okay, this is a lot easier to do rather than introducing like, oh, raid boss that you have to do every day or something. So yeah, alleviate the issue is like if you need like oh no, I'm missing crit rate emblem piece, then technically you can get any circlet or whatever. But yeah, you don't have you have no control over the main stats if you don't have the resin thing. That's too bad. You can get one. I thought if you pay to win on the battle pass, you can get another one, but no, they just give you this. So you get one self-modeling resin, which is enough to pick a main substats on your desired piece, and you can craft 2 more desired piece with random main substat. It's fine. That's for relic. For material, it's just basically conversion. The conversion is still the same. You need 3 pieces of the lower tier one to get to the next tier. So as I assume this is the highest, because it's, yeah, I think this is the highest. So assuming the highest, the conversion will be 9 of the lowest tier one to get 1 of the highest tier one, I believe. Or something. Yeah, it's fine. It's so more or less similar to Genshin talent book system. Okay, relic done. This one is basically conversion. Like, I have a lot of this garbage, right? I don't need it. Oh, this is the thing you want, sorry. So I need a lot of this piece because early characters use a lot of this core. So what do? Well, oh yeah, I forgot. So I need a lot of this piece, right? So what do is I can just convert it The conversion is you can either use 2 of the same material, or you can pick and choose 2 of the same extra you have. So depending on how many you have, you can just drag it. It works on tier, so for 2-star you can only convert 2-star. So if you have 3-star, you have to pick the similar tier, so you can only convert 3-star to 3-star. Well, it's simple enough, I think. This one will save some farming time, I guess. Oh, you can also use stagnant boss. Pog. That means for new players, that will help. Ah, I did not realize it, because oh yeah, no shit, I basically finished the story, right? Zhangjiao Lofu finish at here. Yeah, Stargazer Naval, yeah, I did not chest hunt, just don't care that much. I'll wait for the official release to grind for chests. Oh, that's okay. That's a solution compared to Genshin. So basically, new players can bullshit their way by farming the easiest stagnant bosses to raise, let's say, the next planet ascension material. Oh, is it the same? Okay, let's say I need this is physical or quantum, I believe. Quantum, okay. I need this quantum boss, right? Oh, okay, let's do lightning, because lightning is, yeah, Stargazer Navalia, which is in Zhangjiao Lofu. You need to progress towards Bellowbog first, right? So if you need this material, you can farm any other available early bosses, stagnant channels they call it, but let's call it bosses, and then you can just convert it. What's the conversion is 1-to-1, right? Yeah, but yeah, you need 2 materials in the price of 1. So because I have 18 of these, I use the same 2 materials. So the conversion cost is 2-to-1. So if you want, let's say you want 6 piece, you need 12 of the thing. Is it worth it? I don't know. Because currently at equilibrium level 4, because the max level for privilege, the max privilege level is 70, I am here within this range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I am here. 5, 6. So 6. Equilibrium level 6 or 7? Probably 6. So 7 is just you max out the cap. So 6 equilibrium level. I'm at level 4. I found some bosses. So what they drop is they drop about 3 minimum currently. Why? And sometimes I get 4, which is not bad considering they cost 30. So assuming full day worth of TP, Trailblaze Power, which is 240, you can do 8 runs. So minimum you can get one day is like 3 times 8, 24. Do I do my math right? 3 drops, 24 divided by 3, 8. Yeah, you can do 8 runs per day. You can get at end game technically, because you can farm 5-star relic, right? So at the current equilibrium 4, I can get a lot, basically like halfway through ascension, considering the cost. 240 divided by 30, you get 8. So you get 8 runs per day. 8 runs per day times 3 minimum drop rate at equilibrium 4. That's like faster than Genshin, considering you get 2 or 3 max, and I get 4 multiple times. That's why I was questioning myself. Does 4 is the lowest? No, it's not. 3 is the lowest. I thought 4 is like the constant. So it's either they keep it consistent, so next equilibrium level 5, they will increase the drop rate to minimum 4, and then you can get 5, you get lucky, or they can just stop there. Even if they stop there, it's fine. Why? Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is thank you to the Star Rail Station. This is a site that I use to basically refer to stuff. They basically do the ascension and the details. But for now, also ascension. So the max level 80, unit 66 for a 5-star character. Right? So 66 divided by what? 24, assuming lowest drop rate. How many runs you need? You need 22 runs. So across what, 3 days? Roughly? Yeah, across 3 days, you can max out a character from, assuming, again, assuming the assumption is that they don't increase the cost required. They don't increase the cost, not the cost, the drop rate from equilibrium 4. But if they increase it to, let's say, next equilibrium level, they increase to 4 minimum and then 5, the maximum, then farming will be quicker. Ah, that's interesting. I did not realize that. But yeah, that's good. So one thing we know is that for 5-star character, which is the most expensive one to raise, we need more. Okay, I farm enough for Danhang and Himiko. So currently we are at the second last ascension, or is it the final ascension? So she costed 20. That's because she's she's a 5-star. For Danhang, he costs 16. So yeah, that's ascended. So yeah, the second last ascension. In terms of leveling up, that's not bad. Let's raise Danhang as well for science. So yeah, going back to ascension, not bad. So new players have access to later stagnant shadows material, but the issue will be the cost. So they will spend twice to get one material, because again the cost required is 2 to 1, right? 2 to get 1. Yeah, I mean, it's a good compromise, you know, at least I think, in my opinion, that's a good compromise. So okay, done with synthesize achievement. They don't show you the achievement like in Genshin. So like in Genshin, we have the date you get, number 1. They show you the date, but they don't show you for like battle, I believe. Where in Genshin we can deal, they will show you, oh, we have the highest damage done, right, or highest damage dealt. They don't show it here. Well, this is a simpler UI compared to Genshin. Because in Genshin they add like some kind of explanation, and then for like damage increase or whatever or like if you trigger reaction more than completed, they will also record it. So let's say the final achievement required is trigger 20 something reaction. If you deal more, then they will show it here or something. Other than that, it's fine. It's just, yeah, I want the details, but maybe they will fix it, maybe they don't. That's achievement. Message is just, you know, they either shit posts every day or part of a quest, nothing much. Data bank. It's just a book system, which is kind of not weird. It's just they basically take away because in Genshin the books we have books in our backpack, and then we can also get it from the archive, right? So in this game they have the data bank, just fine. My only issue is that we don't have the enemies model like in Genshin. So enemies, some of them are basically reskin. At least I tried to memorize some of them, and then I got confused because, oh, they look similar, but they have different moveset. So I think if they add it into the data bank, so enemies and bosses put a model, put the lore behind it, and then the elemental weaknesses, and then second tab we have boss in combat, their move set or whatever. I think that should be dope, because right now I am basically relying on referring in combat or have to go to like a third-party site, which I don't think they have all of the information, at least based on Star Rail Station site that I showed earlier. We'll go to the Star Rail site later. So characters, fine. In terms of substat, we all know about it. I'm still wondering how far you can push break defect. Like, you know, because just from reading this sounds good in my head. This sounds good. Because once you hit, let's say 200% break defect or some shit, that means you deal more damage from breaking the enemies. Again, the way breaking works in this game is it's the not that tutorial. It's not that. It's the tutorial. Sorry. Where is it? Yeah. Not the explanation. The term that I use for myself when trying to understand this weakness break is the elemental, so any elements available on the enemy. Elemental hit, final elemental hit before you empty the bar. That's when you apply weakness break. So going back to character, in terms of the break effect substats, yeah, weakness break. So weakness break is basically elemental hit before you empty the break bar. The final elemental hit before the break bar is empty. So that hit will be your strongest hit if you have stat break effect in terms of like damage, because you need to deal multiple hits to empty the bar, right? So let's say the boss is weak to fire, like fire, wind, and quantum. So Danhang, Himeko, and Sila. Let's say Sila's acts last, so she will be the one that break it. She will deal more damage. Again, assuming their stats is similar, if I understand correctly based on this. Weakness break amount damage by DOT. So yeah, DOT is basic, because I think most, if not all, characters can apply some kind of dot, I think, based on their skill. At least, because some attack, because I don't think you deal dot basically on broken enemy. So when the enemies are broken by a certain element, let's say against enemy that weak to fire, you break them with Himeko. Himeko will apply burn, because you know that's the rule of the game. If you break enemies with fire, you know, fire attack to trigger weakness break. So to trigger means the final elemental hits before they are broken. You will apply burn and you will deal fire dot, right? And there are some other characters that can just apply DOT off field or something. I think it's Serval. Is it Serval or Danhang? No. No, it's not Danhang. The one that can apply DOT without breaking, basically whatever, is Serval, I believe. Yeah, this one. That's one of her traces talent. So if you unlock this skill tree, you have a base chance to shock enemies when you use her skill. So that's good. Hook one has one as well. Hook, is it this one? After her ultimate? No. Is it her talent? Yeah, attack inflicted with burn. Yeah, oh, okay, her skill. So her skill can apply burn. Wait, what? Yeah, 100% chance to inflict burn for 2 turns. So there are some characters that you can only apply DOT from, you know, breaking only. There are some characters that can apply it. So I think that will be interesting to see. when the game's released. How many new characters we have. So yeah, going back to characters, it's fine. But again, I'm not theory character. I'm just waiting to see more data and calculation on is for break effect. Are they gonna be like diminishing returns, or like, you know, the regular curve graph after a certain amount it will like plateau or like kind of drop off, because some games like to cap. I play games where they, after you hit certain number, it's not diminishing return, it's basically reduction. So it's kind of weird, but again, we don't know. We'll wait for the test. Energy regen, I don't pay attention. Why? Because they don't show you in game. Your ultimate, they don't show you the cost. I know they want to make it like linear and slim, right? But this is a waste of space. Like, in terms of UI, this is a waste of space. They either, I don't know, I'm not a game designer, I don't know. I know they want to make it minimalist, but this is a waste of space. They can put more information here, or put it in the center and then add more information, so that one, let's say we reach, let's say patch 2.2 or something, when they start releasing characters with like essays in one of their attack, then, you know, they have more screen, they have more screen area. Whatever, it's fine. So I kind of hope they add the data bank, the enemies archive, basically. In Genshin we have a lot of stuff, animals, everything in Genshin has lore behind it. I don't mind it, you know, storytelling. At least they add, I hope they add enemy archive. Basically like compendium, so you can refer to enemies and their moveset, because I think it will be useful in simulated universe maybe. Because simulated universe is when the gimmicks play important part. In Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos, they're all just DPS check. So I don't think they introduce any new mechanic aside from buff, debuff, or whatever, like gimmicky, like in Spiral Abyss. But in terms of enemies kit, usually, from my experience, simulated universe. Because let's say Kukulia's battle from the story versus Kukulia battle in simulated universe kind of different. So, you know, just like that, just, you know, for reference. But if not, then, well, I have to go to the wiki then, because we don't have it in Genshin either. We have the lore. It's like, at least show us like Genshin, at the very least. Where is it? Show us the enemy and their lore, whatever storytelling, whatever you have, and then at the bottom you show us the elemental weakness. That's it. At the very least. Moveset, yeah, sure, I'll read the wiki, whatever, or whatever sites people upload the information. So going back to energy regen rate, I don't pay attention because they don't mention it. It's, yeah, I don't know. That's my complaint with the UI. You basically have to go to combat to check on the stat, or to check on the stats. Unfortunate, but well, I don't know. Outgoing healing boost is increased healing. Effect rate, yeah. We can say for sure that dodging is not like a thing in the game. I don't want another bullshit Megami Tensei gimmick where you get, when you do your ultimate and the people just dodge it. So that's good. This is basically element infliction rate. Yeah, a debuff. Also, I wonder how if any enemies will have like some kind of innate elemental resistance, just like the character. So the calculation will be your effect hit rate minus enemy elemental or effect resistance equals to number of chances or percentage of chances you can apply or something. Usually it's like that, right? I guess all enemies have effect res, it's just we don't know their numbers. So I wonder about effect hit rate, how in terms of graphing, you know, optimal build, how far we have to push so that we can have reliable effect hit rate. Damage type, neutral, neutral, neutral. So, okay, every character has this neutral 15%. Huh. Is it? Or is... No, it's not. It's not. I think that's her light cone or something. Light cone or trace. I don't know. To light cone, trace, or part of the team party thing. I don't know. That's for character stats. Skill, fine. I think a lot of people don't talk about skill rotation. Maybe I just against like stronger enemies most of the time in Simulator Universe, and probably Forgotten Hall. Skill rotation at least kind of important, I guess. You basically have 5 points maximum, so at max you can do 5 actions, or aka you can use only 5 skill in a row if you don't use a basic attack to recharge the point. Ultimate doesn't consume it, which is good. So in terms of rotation, you use your skill because skill is the best way to refill your energy, right? So like I think I mentioned it during one of the fight against Kukulia in Simulator Universe. Even Kukulia weekly boss, because once she reaches second phase, when she just spam her ultimate, that's when the rotation comes through. So you need to have at least my combo with Fire MC and Natasha. Basically, Fire MC should have one, at least I should have 2 skill point during that rotation, so that I will always have my shield up and I will always have some kind of healing. If I don't have enough energy, usually I use her skill to generate energy for the ultimate, and then once everyone takes the hit, use the ultimate to recover and then continue dealing damage and keep the rotation. That's how I do it. But I mean, we will reach a point where people just one-shot bosses, but I just play normally. So I think skill point rotation is not that important. It's just for me, I overthink it. I overthink that to some extent. Like, oh, if do I do skill now or later? But I don't know. We'll play normally. It's fine. Wait, give me a sec. So yeah, where's my pila? Okay. So that's basically about the stats and stuff. Next is traces. They unlock every ascension. This is a final ascension, right? Speaking of ascension, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. So this is the final ascension. You will unlock. You still need the unlocker thing. Tracks of Destiny. I call it unlocker, but you get the point. So this is the highest material, the highest monster material, highest level. Kind of dope though. No, that's not monster material, that's trace material. Sorry, that's the nihility one, because of the circle. Sorry, it's not boss material, it's Calyx here. It's the nihility class. There are some characters that basically they have potential to get unlocked final ascension. Herda is fine, just increase damage. Now Himeko gets a lot of crit rate, basically a lot. Increase skill duration, so you get more healing. Danheng, this one, attack, basically debuff against debuff enemies. Fire MC, just regen energy. A lot more offensive for a shielder. Then again, I keep reminding myself of Etrian Odyssey when I play this game. So yeah, Scylla also gets a good one. Resistant penalty. So she basically get Danheng passive without any requirement. Well, technically required with some condition. You need to be in buff states. While Danheng need to be targeted by needs to be targeted of a single target ability, I believe, because I don't remember if I can trigger it with Fire MC Shield. Too lazy to test. Whatever, it's minor detail. We can check later. next month. Frozen, yeah. I thought they will buff her shield or whatever. Healer debuff. Oh, this one. Skill to remove buff, increase damage. So basically, from reading all of this, I'll talk about the class after this. 5 energy. Tingyun is a battery. That's so fun. I hope I get her next time. Defend. Missable. Like, defense is fine. This one is speed. Good enough. Survival. Basically wave clearer or mob clearer, because we have big bosses usually have summonable enemies. Like Kafka, from my memory, do not summon multiple waves of enemies, so she started with 2 mobs and herself, and then once you kill the mob you will fight Kafka alone. For someone like Kukulia, she will keep summon enemy. Or like for someone like the Doomsday Beast, the first weekly boss, he will keep reviving the hands thing, right? The hands and the core with is the center. So wave clearer, like, good for like erudition AoE stuff, because I saw some argument where people say, oh, erudition is not good because why use erudition when you have the hunt and destruction? Maybe, but at least from my playing experience, it's I if I can damage everything in one go, that means battle will end faster. So, you know, like Sela is also good wave clearer. Kill, get buff, and damage increase. That's great. Yeah, 60%. It's not my issue. I just need to play her carefully. It's just I just speedrun stuff. If I think if you can abuse this damage increase, basically kill first, enter resurgent, get your damage increase. Oh boy, you can use your ultimate or whatever. That's good. Speed. Some of them like have a good improvement. Some of them are just, oh, damage increase. Advance, okay, that makes her faster. Hook, yeah, 5 energy. That's battery. It's fine. So in terms of traces, all of them are like good. Some characters gets better the more you raise them. Because once you unlock all of these nodes, because you start with this 4, right? Sorry, this 5. And then once you unlock more, they get like a good quality of life. So there's some, I guess, at least the way I see it, the way from my experience, there are some significant changes on some characters. Some, but not like game breaking. Just like, oh, okay, that's a good quality of life. The one that I remember the most probably is Survival. Yeah, the base chance to shock enemies, so you don't need to rely on your ultimate and skill. Because she can apply for form a skill only, and then if you do her ultimate, you will extend duration and yeah, deal additional damage based on her talent. But this one, oh sorry, this one, skill increase space shot. That's a lot. They don't let you add CC with your basic attack. Not that I know of. The one that I know is Herda, right? Yeah. So you can burn enemies with basic attack with Herda. It's really good. Maybe it's either Traces or Eidolon, maybe. But yeah, knowing you can CC with basic attack, we know of the possibility. It's fun. I need to use Herda more, I think, because I got Himeko quite early. Himeko I got like 20 pity from the from the beginner's banner. I was shocked. Oh, I thought I had to hit 50. But hey. So yeah, I mean traces are meant to be unlocked anyway, so we'll look at the cost later when I go to the site. But yeah, it is expensive. Relic, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I want to farm early, because there are some days where you have to basically, sorry, there are some days where you basically have to, like this one, obtain one planet ornament, or clear Cavern of Corrosion one time or something. I don't know, because usually I pick and choose what I do. You have no other option. You either do three only daily mission, or daily training, sorry. This one is daily mission is the story one. So you either do 3 daily trainings with, you know, the 200 point twice, or you do the 100 point 3 times with 1 daily mission. Usually I pick and choose depending on, is that because I usually plan my TP usage. I don't know, that's just my habit, the habit I picked from playing gacha. So I don't know if I want to farm relic early game, because I did some testing, you know, while grinding for this set for yeah, I did it for 4-star, the quantum set. I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste, maybe. I think you can get by with the Musketeer of Wild Wheat. This one, you get attack, you get speed, basic damage, and you get this one, effect break. I think you should have enough from the 2 sets. But I don't remember. However, I will make the we will adjust the way I will adjust the way I play depending on how many 4-star relic I got from chess or like reward or whatever. Because right now I'm swimming with them, but to be fair, I did like multiple run on the relic domain or relic cavern corrosion, so I don't know. Is that better than the one I got? That's attack. Oh, kinda perfect, kinda. But yeah. So again, it all depends on whether, you know, because I think correct main stat should be enough to handle most in-game content, or like keeping up with the level curve. So maybe I'll do some relic farming before I hit Trailblaze level 50, which is the Trailblaze level required, where you can unlock the stage in Cavern of Corrosion that will only guarantee drop 5-star. Maybe I'll make the adjustment later when the game's released, because I think I can survive with just 4-star. But yeah, we'll see about that later, because I think it's better to raise a new light cone so that you can keep upgrading your light cone and at least have 2 or 3 copies of different light cones for each classes, or, you know, raise traces, which is the easiest upgrade. I don't know, we'll see. In terms of Eidolon, I got lucky. I got E7 Pila. I got 8 copies of Pila. So the final one, I just got I got the star, what's it called? It's not star glitter, stardust, starlight. Okay, I got the starlight thing. Just fine. So Eidolon, I think I'll show I'll read the Eidolon later from the site. In game, kind of wacky in terms of the UI, but the UI looks great. It's just I click the picture, not the ball thing, the circle thing. So because I clicked the picture, and sometimes it did not register, you have to click here. Whatever. But Pila is great though. Damn. E6 Pila. Fun to use. Okay, that's for character. This is just speculation for me. Whatever. I'm kind of because I'm kind of wondering how they will develop the classes system. Because if you think about it, we have 7 classes and 7 elements. So assuming 7 elements for each classes, you get a lot, right? I wonder how they will deal with, let's say, harmony and nihility. Because we should get elemental buff, we get speed buff, maybe later on we get crit damage buff, crit rate buff, break effect buff, HP buff, defense buff, maybe shield buffer, maybe for debuff, those things I mentioned, but reduction. I wonder how they will expand upon it. Do they just introduce like linear? When I say linear, I mean like dang it, I don't have. Okay, friend. Okay, Bailu. When I say linear, I mean like this. Oh, ultimate, damn. Oops, sorry. Okay, so Bailu versus Natasha, what's the difference? Aside from the way how their healing works, they just heal. There's no other like bonuses. They just heal like a lot. Maybe I got used to like Etrian Odyssey or whatever. I keep mentioning Etrian Odyssey because I guess the color system kind of like Etrian Odyssey. They are super specific in terms of the classes. So I wonder if they will introduce let's say I talked about this before, right? Let's say harmony class, apply buff. So let's say apply attack buff and healing over time. So you will not get straight healing, you get heal over time, but like at a lower healing rate. Not enough to like make abundance as a class irrelevant. I wonder if they do something like that. Because one thing we can sure is that the game relies a lot on the elements. Because the game is for at least for now, the way we have it in terms of content, difficult enemies, weekly bosses, simulated universe, it's all about elemental coverage. So you have 4, you always bring rainbow party. It's not like Genshin where resonance can benefit you. There's no such thing as resonance, I believe. It's either that or I just know it today. Yeah, there's no such thing. No like bonuses if you run 2 lightning character or whatever, you get some bonuses, blah blah blah. No such thing. So in terms of right now, the best team is the team that you switch around based on the content you face. So what I mean by that is, let's get into it. So maybe like what, let's say for the early part of the game, they will release all of the healing classes of every element. So right now we have physical and lightning, and then later release fire, imaginary, quantum, blah blah blah, so that you have elemental coverage. But I wonder how they will expand upon the kit. Just my curiosity, because I've played Eternal Odyssey. I know I talk about Eternal Odyssey a lot, but because the way Eternal Odyssey is that sovereign class, for example, Nexus and Untold 2, the one I remember using sovereign, you don't need to run a healer. Sovereign is a buffer. Sovereign is a buffer class, but sovereign can also heal. So you don't need to run a dedicated healer. So you basically have a heal over time buffer that will buff your team and make sure that you will not die in like a long-term combat. Sure, her healing is not as good as traditional healer, but that's just, again, speculation at best. I wonder how they'll like explain it, or not explain, sorry, elaborate on the class system. Because for destruction, survivability, based on physical MC and hook, either from their traces and Eidolon, they have a lot of like it's either single target, multi-target AoE, or splash damage. So like MC have MC has two ultimate, right? So single target, multi target. Hook has some kind of Hook is a single target attacker but has some kind of splash effect. So and then for survival aspect, Hook has HP gain and energy regen, same with physical MC. Physical MC, when he kills or whatever on his traces or Eidolon, I don't remember, he will like gain or like get some HP back. So that's the niche of destruction. The Han is just single target attacking, at least based on the two Huns character that I use. None of them have like a splash damage. Like Dan Heng, based on Dan Heng, the Dan Heng kit is basically deal more damage or inflict debuff to enemies. Deal more damage to debuff enemies and inflict debuff on enemies. Like his shred, reduce their speed or whatever, increase their damage if on slowed enemy. For Scylla, it's more about clearing waves. So when she kills, she gets the resurgent buff. She deals more damage during that buff period or whatever, right? So basically that's the click for the niche for Han. Single target damage, but they cover a bit wider variety. But their targeting system is still single target. Multi-target has a lot more. They are multi-target. The only single they can, I think they can get splash from normal attack like Serval, but Himeko is like single target from normal attack. So the main deal about erudition is just, you know, AoE and then apply a bunch of dots or something. Basically good for like shield breaking. I keep calling shield weakness breaking for like multi wave, multi enemy situation. And there are a bunch of gimmicks like Serval, Himeko, Herda. So for the Han and erudition, they can go wider. Basically, the gimmick is on their kit, not their targeting system. But because they still deal damage. My issue is probably harmony, nihility, abundance, and probably preservation. Probably. Because these three is just deal damage and how they deal damage, how they increase their damage. Yeah, the remaining four probably, because there's not a lot buff we can do. We can attack, look at the stats, HP buffer, attack buffer, defense buffer, speed buffer. We only have speed buffer. In Asta we have attack buffer, Tingyun. Probably we have crit rate, crit damage, break. Outgoing healing, probably not. That's a waste of slot. Why? Because both, I think at least Natasha, she gets a lot of outgoing healing increase based on her scaling or based on her talent. Yeah. So having a dedicated buffer to increase your outgoing healing kinda a waste of slot technically. So maybe not that. Maybe they will keep outgoing healing boost strictly to healer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 break effect. I'm not surprised if they will introduce like a buffer that increase your break effect damage. So yeah, let's say you have 200% or some shit, and then you can buff it to like 300, so you deal like dang damage or something. Or battery kind of exists, Tingyun. So Tingyun, we have another buffer that can energy regen. So yeah, maybe they can just take this. Increase effect rest, maybe underrated, kind of. Maybe they increase effect resistance to like 50% or something. Kind of underrated against bosses that just can freeze or imprison you. So yeah, they have like a variety of things they can buff. Because I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too forward. Because at least the way the class system works is that they either introduce power creep. So basically right now we have just a paragraph of their talent explanation, and then later on we have like a full essay, you know, just like Genshin. Basically, newer character might be more front loaded in terms of effect they offer, maybe, because that's the restriction of class system, I guess. Genshin doesn't have that. Genshin doesn't have class system. It's more like their kit is their class, technically speaking, because people characters that can heal, the main focus will be their healing. But if they can deal damage as well, like DPS Bennett with Thundering Fury, then that's better. Thundering Fury Mid-Splitter DPS Bennett as an example. So I'm kind of excited, also worried about how they will expand upon the class system. Nihility, from what I gathered, we only have one, right? At least I have one. Yeah, I only have one. I keep forgetting. Tingyun is a buffer. So Nihility, at least based on Eidolon, easy. They either become sub DPS that can debuff, or they become like a battery debuffer like Pila. I mean, Pila also has some kind of battery, so like one increase generate energy so that you can spam her ultimate, buff herself, and then deal more damage. So Nihility will be like a sub DPS slash debuffer, which is kind of nice. So if you run a tank, a healer, a buffer, and debuffer, that's like a proper team. Because at least I thought debuffer would be like they just increase your debuff rate or whatever. But based on, again, what the current example I'm using is Pila, because based on her Eidolon, she has stuff that can increase her damage output. Like this is battery. This one increase her speed. This one increase her attack. If you look at her skill, her talent, she generates energy when she inflict debuff. When she uses skill, where is it? Is it her traces? Okay, I think it's her traces. Yeah, this one deals more damage. So like she goes to more sub DPS territory, which is fine. I don't mind it. Yeah, increase attack. That's dang. Like all I really like using Pila at C, even like E6. E6 is really good. E4 I think is the best Eidolon limit for her. Like if you wanna optimize Pila at her full, obviously you want E6, right? But like this is great. This is great. Toughness damage, that means you deal more damage to the shield. Amazing. I had fun with this during the Cosmic Warfare event. You just shred any ice weaknesses. Damn. The what bosses that I use? That I use Pila and oh yeah, I believe the shield lancer commander thing, the enemy. Shred with this, shred with Pila, and then just one shot with Thela. It's so fun. So going back to that, based on the stuff we have, Nihility can, at least all of the Nihility character I check, they all cater between debuffer and sub DPS, which is fine. Same with Harmony, I think. But I think in terms of Harmony, Asta is the more sub DPS one, because Tingyun buffer, she just buff a lot. I know she can deal extra damage based on the buff or whatever, right? But she just buff a lot. I don't have her Eidolon, so I don't check. Li speed, battery, damage multiplier on her ultimate increased by 20%. What the hell? I just realized it. So you get 55%. Or am I tripping? Did I misread it? The damage multiplier of bless. So then they don't use the word buff of bless character. Oh, I guess it's this one. Damage multiplier. Not this one, because yeah, that's too dang, I think. Damage multiplier of blast increased by 20%. Increase attack. I guess she deals the more damage, because this one doesn't mention bless as part of the sentence. Because they say damage multiplier of bless increased by 20%. I guess that's the follow-up attack or whatever. That's 60 energy. That's like half. Yeah, you get 50. If you have E16, she's like the best battery. She can battery herself. Where is it? 2, right? Yeah, that's how regenerates energy. Wait, that's for her talent or skill. Oh, I think it's her technique. Sorry. She cannot battery herself, but so she has to rely on her skill. She's not like Pila where she can battery herself. She just buff. Yeah, I guess that's more of a balancing side. She can battery your ally with this too as well. But yeah, she cannot battery herself, which is balancing, because if you can spam this shit, if you can spam her ultimate, that's kind of unfair. I rarely use Thingyun, I'm not gonna lie. I use her like quite early in the game, but again, look at her level, she's level 50. I just don't use her that much. Because the main purpose of my beta experience is 2 or 3, from what I remember. First thing is how hard I have to go to reach Trailblaze level 50, which is the optimal endgame where you can start min-maxing because you unlock a 5-star relic. That's number 1. Number 2 is can I hit pity in like one patch or half a patch because I want Scylla? The answer is yes. We'll talk about banner later. And then the third one is in terms of difficulty coverage, in terms of optimization. How should I utilize my daily TP in terms of, spreading resources, raising, farming stagnant shadows, farming traces material, all and leveling light cones. So that's the purpose. So once I hit Ascension 60, I basically pick and choose one elemental character per one elemental coverage per character, and then just play normally. But if I want to spread my resources, yeah, I think I should raise Tingyan, because Tingyan Nasta looks fun. Why? Because I use Pila, she's fun. So yeah, that's all about character. I don't know about, again, that's not a worry, it's more like me wondering how they will expand upon. It's either power creep or they will run out of stuff. It's either they introduce new mechanic or, well, basically power creep. It's like D-Look. D-Look is best in 1.0, and then once 2.0 drops, you have a bunch of other stuff, so D-Look is just eh. Is he functional? Yes, but not as front-loaded like some other characters. So I'm worried that based on the very limited class system, we might have that issue where, oh, it's just let's say Tingyan, oh, she can battery your main attacker by increasing the attack and speed or whatever. Now we have a buffer that can heal you, buff you, and battery you, something like that. Can you imagine? I don't think it will happen, but yeah, we'll see. Kind of excited to see it. Preservation so far is just battery, but sorry, shielding. Sorry, I keep saying battery. Also, I read March Eidolon. Her E6 can heal, kind of dank. But it's single target, multi target. I don't think I have a Japard friend. Like Yanqing as a hunt character. Increase crit rate, follow-up attack, frozen dots. Yeah, probably like Danheng mixed with Peeler. Debuff enemies because frozen and then follow up attack. Yeah, that's fine. Crit damage, damn. Yeah, I mean there's the variety of hunts. We have Japar friend. I mean I used Japar like one time from a friend. Did they remove it? I have one again. That's he is ultimate base shielder. His skill is just deal damage and freeze. That's good. Revive. Damage. Damage. Yeah, we have 3 shielder. Maybe they will introduce like damage mitigation. I mean, it works. We have it in National Odyssey. The shielder can be also deal mitigate damage. So let's say the way it works in Eternal Odyssey, I don't remember which game. Again, it's all just muddled in my head. But basically, we have one game where the shielder basically absorb damage across the party if you get hit by AoE attack. So they will increase their defense or HP because of the scaling for tank or shielder in Eternal Sea is HP, I believe. So they will increase their HP or their max HP or whatever, and then increase their damage reduction, and then they will mitigate damage toward themselves in AoE situation. So if any other party member get hit, all the hit will be applied to the shielder, something like that. So I mean, there's a lot of like gimmicky stuff. Like March is fun character to use in like early game, but I just like the safety of Fire MC. Maybe like March, you can do it. I think it's pretty fun. Unfortunately, her traces covers a lot more on her freeze side. Well, this two just give you the shield. But yeah, but her ascension gives you the freeze side more. Unfortunate. But yeah, other than that, not a lot. So yeah, I think it's too early to talk about it. The game is not even released, but yeah, I'm just wondering about that. Inventory done, kinda. Oh yeah. So far, let's talk about relic enhancement material. Well, they call it relic XP material, even easier. So for relic XP material, one of the reliable way to get it is simulated universe weekly reward. Yeah, get 11. You get 22 per week. That's per week. Because the game is not like Genshin, where people like me, I still do the artifact photo route, because artifact min-maxing is just so painful. You know what? Let's do it as an experiment. I don't think it's 20%. Like in Genshin, if you fodder a plus 20, fully raised plus 20 artifact onto a plus 0 artifact, it will carry over only 80% of the XP. That's how it works in Genshin. So you basically lost a lot of money in it. Because from my memory, if I remember correctly, from level 1 to level 16 artifact, you will need about 125,000 Mora. And then from 16 to 20, it will use more or less the same amount of Mora. So basically you will use roughly 250,000 per plus 20 artifact. So did reduce 20% of that. So you lose like a lot of money from just foddering artifact. Because you have to, because you want to upgrade stuff, right? So most people like me just fodder like a dumbass. So yeah, let's try. I think I have some artifact. Let's do March. Relic. Gas one. Yeah, or is this one? Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, crit rate. Yeah, this one is garbage, right? Or this one. Yeah, this one is garbage. So I'll raise it to plus 20. And then we'll fodder it. Okay, 20 of the big one. Level 9. Oof, that's not good. That means you need a lot to get to 16. Because this one gives you 1,000. This one gives you 500. This one gives you 100. Oh god. Luckily it's level 15, so it's not level 20. So 76,000 XP. Okay, that's the max level for 5-star. So let's further it to this one. I mean, it's kind of dense, not gonna lie. Yeah, okay, fine, I'll do this one. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Okay, we have 76, right? 62. Where's my math? Roughly. $76,000 minus roughly 62 is 76 something, right? Like 62,300. You lose about 13k. 13k out of 76. Is it what, 18%? Do I do my math right? 18%? So yeah, still roughly about 20% if I do my math right. Yeah, that's a bummer. Bogus Age is lower the Ascension because in Genshin it's every 4 stages or every 4 level. In this game it's 3. So still, if I do my math right, again, cannot confirm, I did not get the coffee, I'm kinda sleepy. About 20% loss. Yeah, roughly. You need what? That's a lot. 15,000, 13,000 XP. Yeah. Let's do one more. Oops. That's fine. That's not a bad roll. We'll do one more. But this time I want to see how expensive it is to fully level an artifact. 78 at plus 13. 78.9. ちょっと待って. Yeah, let's math it just for science. 78,900. Enhance it. So plus 6,000. Plus another 6,000. One. What the hell happened? I turned on my alert. What the hell happened? I think that's a sub. Thanks for the sub. That's 26, over 100,000 for 1+. Yeah, based on the math, roughly over 100,000. Again, sorry, I got distracted. Oops, my bad. Roughly over 100,000. Oops, that's a lot money wise. and you only retain what, 80% of it. Oops. Kind of expensive, but to be fair, I got like 1,000,000 here. I think I farmed for like 3 days or something. Not bad. So that's a relic. Yeah, artifact enhancement material, artifact XP material kind of suck though. This thing will be important to unlock your traces or whatever. You can get it from weekly bosses. Sorry, I forgot. It's been a while since I do weekly boss. I did not do weekly boss this week. No, you don't. So you get it from event and shop. And event, shop, and the monthly shop thing. Yeah, down here. So you can get it from the shop where you can trade the in-game currency, which is this thing, the shield, the trail, and the one that we use in Herda Station. You can get it from there, I believe. Weekly reward from Simulated Universe. Yeah. And monthly shop. So you get a good stream of income of that thing. I call it unlocker. So it's not bad. So you basically can kit out everyone to the max. That's it, right? Talent, ball, monster material, boss material. It's fine. Yeah, XP kind of suck though. I get like 6 of these per run. You get like 15 of these per run, per 60 TP. That sucks. Light cone, we have like a good spread of places to get for 4-star light cone and 5-star light cone. So because I max it, this is super info level 5. You can get it from Herda shop. In like a few weeks you can max it, like I did. So, and you can get like some 4-star, good 4-star. This is in super info level 2. So Herda shop, Forgotten Hall, just grind there. So basically they are good in a sense. They have higher base stats, number 1, so you don't have to rely on like 3-star 3-star. I think it's worth it, but they are easy to get. But just like weapon, you don't have like a lot of option, and they are very specific. It's not like, oh, use FAF, bro. Planar is painful to farm. Why? Because okay, look at the cost. For one entrance you got 10. For XP stuff, for traces stuff, standing shadows cost 30. Just still cheap. Artifact, even weekly boss costs 30. Broken Hall doesn't count. Artifact / relic 40. Simulated Universe to get the planar 40. A lot more expensive. The thing about planar is they are too long to grind. I guess. I mean, I do my weekly run. Duh, right? Get the point, get out. But I think once I reach a point where I want to min max, you get a lot of like good stuff in it. You can get crit. Yeah, so when it comes to min maxing, it will take longer. So basically what? About half an hour roughly? For like, you can claim 4 times. For like one Simulated Universe World 6 or something. 4 times, I believe. So the grinding will be painful if you want to min-max from planar and planar segment. I forgot the name. The orb thing. But yeah, that's my only issue. Simulated Universe is just glorified artifact domain, I guess. Oh god. Planar segment is fine. This one is cooking material, synthesizing material, food buff. I should use food more in early game because before I got Natasha, I basically rely on the waypoint to heal, which is stupid. I should heal more. Oh yeah, this thing. This is the material I was talking about. So basically, food has the I guess satiety system. So like in Genshin, once you spam food, after a while you cannot, your character cannot eat more, right? So this is like a good thing because in Genshin food has timer, but in this game, where is it? This one. Yeah, it based on number of battle. So far, one battle. So if you want spam food, just make this garbage can. I think you can synthesize it, but I don't remember. I think I either don't have the materials for it or something. This food synthesizing? Yeah, I don't remember where. I think it's here, but I think I just don't have the material or something. It's not here. I remember having the option to do it. Yeah, I don't know where. Maybe I don't have the material. This one is some of the event mission thing. In-game item related to lore or something. Yeah, this one I don't know. This is more like a random event. I got scared shitless of screwing things up, so I just don't do it. You get like some point or something. And this is your in-game currency. This is Herta ticket, so you can buy the Ascension for your light cone. So you got it at Superimpose level 1. So if you buy the material needed from the tickets in Herta shop, yeah, this thing to Superimpose, so you can buy them. You get like a good amount of it. Like you can get like, yeah, 1 ticket per week. That's enough. You only need 8 to max Superimpose 1 5-star. But I think they need to update this thing a lot more because it's not looking good. Because you can basically max out in like 2 patch. Maybe. Let's continue. Oh, I have 3 tickets. Oh yeah, because I was checking the price. Okay, fair. I think that's it for guide. I'll talk about the thing. In terms of money, a lot. You get a lot actually. Well, roughly like Genshin, assuming 1 day worth of TP, Trailblaze power. I think grinding should be fine. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's do some math here. I don't remember because we can do like a kind of accurate math, maybe. Where is it? Okay. From just doing your daily training, you get Trailblaze XP, right? So you get 1600 because 320 times 5. So you get 1600. Well, I'll do the math. 1600. Did I show it? Okay, cool. So I guess you get 1600 just from clearing your dailies. And then you have TP, right? So let's do the 10. So the conversion is, or the ratio is 10 TP equals to 50. So 1 to 5 ratio, I guess. Let's check. 1 to 5 ratio, 40 times 5, 200. Okay. So you have 240 every day. So 240 every day. Okay. 240 TP every day times 5. If I do my math right. Is that correct? Because you spend it. So you get 1.6 plus 1.2k every day minimum. So you get, for trail-based XP, you can get around 2 point, excluding story or whatever, you can get 2.8k XP every day, which is a lot, assuming you abuse the hell out of your maxing and using everything properly. So my question is, can you hit Trailblaze level 50 during the first patch? Based on my experience, probably. But I do not pay attention. I just bullshit my way. I do not make like notes or a guide or whatever. Because I do some TP refreshes, number one. I do some of this, number one. But I don't use it fully. Number two, I also use most, if not all, of my fuel. Yeah, we still have few to claim. Yeah, from Pom Pom. But going day by day, how do I say it? Day by day natural progression. Can you hit 50 Trailblaze level 50? So by, let's say, by the second patch, or at least hit, let's say, 48 or something. So by the time the next patch comes, can you technically start or be within the endgame content of farming relic? I say possible. Really possible. Assuming you save all of your fuel, number one. Number two, you don't refresh. Again, free to play, by the way. I think you can. It's not a lot you can get. You get, I did the calculation. Until Trailblaze level 50, you only get 33 fuel from Pom Pom. Not a lot. So now I am 56, so I get what, 30, assuming 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56 give you 1. That's not a lot. That's like 40, 30 something, 40. Let's say 40 roughly. You need 4 fuel and to max out 1 day worth of TP. So that's what you have, 10 days advantage maybe, based on fuel, number one. In terms of daily refreshes, if you refresh to the max, you only get 2 days worth of TP maximum. So let's say free to play, you spend 1 day worth of TP for whale versus a whale that's refreshed to the max. Your TP equivalent is 1 day versus 3 days, which is, yeah, that will speed things up in terms of, you know, reaching Trailblaze level 50. Why is it a big deal? Because that's when you get guaranteed 5-star relic. This is like Genshin. When people say should you farm artifact AR40, most people will say no, because you don't rely on RNG to give you 5-star artifact. Go for the guarantee, right? Even though the sub stat might be dog shit. So yeah. So the conclusion is, can you reach it? Probably yes. So yeah, going back to banner, let's go to banner for now. This is the, when beta started, Scylla is on the banner. I hope when the game is officially released, I can hit 5-star pity. My pity with Scylla is basically 80 on the dot. So I hit hard pity. So can you hit 1 5-star pity? Just play normally? Yes. Free to play? Yes. But I also bullshit my way, like buying the tickets from the shop just to split things out. But by the time I got Scylla here, what, 20 days, so roughly about 2 weeks of playing, because I started on 11. I started playing on 11. Can you bullshit your way and get a hard pity? Oh, again, 50-50. Ignoring 50-50, can you get a 5-star? Assuming hard pity on the first half of the patch, yes. Because you have a lot of content to do. This is, let me do the math. 14 times 6 plus 1. I cannot think today. My PT is like this is 60. You guys 1 2 3 4 5 6 60 66 72 1 2 3 4 40 72. That's 72 78 79 80 81 82 83 84. But I got Pila early, so my Pila hits here. So 1 2 3 4 5 79 or 80, something like that, if I do my math right. 80, I think. The last time I calculated it was 80, because I did like single pull here during Jingyu 1 banner, so yeah. But I stopped exactly at Sila, so my PD is 80. So I hope I can win my 50-50. Banner's fine. I managed to get 1 5-star from standard banner. Yeah, but I don't remember my PD, so let's count it. 10 first. That's 60. 66, 72, 78, 84, 87. Well, I do some pulls with Jade Stellar, but can you hit hard PD on standard within the first week or so? Well, not the first week, during the first patch. Probably. This is ignoring the beginner's banner. Then again, I bullshit my way. Why? Because I just buy this whenever I have the currency. Before I got Sila, I buy this shit, and then once I have Sila, I buy this shit. So maybe if you cannot reach RPD, probably around 50, maybe, from what I remember. Again, I don't jot down everything. So maybe, I don't know, because they can still nerf the reward. That's what I heard from Genshin. Like Genshin, what happened was the game was very generous during beta, and then when the game launches, they nerf some of the reward. So I don't know. Battle Pass this is daily stuff. Trailer's power. Oh, this is weekly, sorry. Login 150. You still have 90 left over. So 150 is like bare minimum. Go on one assignment. Assignment is basically the expedition, this one, which is, you know, just log in every day, and then quite easy. And then they open that page. Daily training activity, which is your daily missions and daily training. This one. This is your currency for Primogem, so, or Jet Stellar. So you kinda need it. If you don't do this, then oh boy, you are either a rich kid or I don't know. Never play a gacha game. Weekly, this one is fine. You can hit it normally 3 or 4 days. Oh, sorry, 4 or 5 days. Echo of War 2 times. Most people can hit it. Why? Because the limit for weekly bosses that you can claim the reward 3 times. Once you hit your 4th run, you cannot claim the reward, but you can still fight the boss without TP. Consumable, easy. Simulated universe, we have the weekly stuff. Yeah, Cabinet Corrosion is one I don't like. They basically forces you to. But I don't do this, and I still hit 50, and we still have a few weeks left. Calyx, depending on the farming. So it's like Genshin. Defeat, enter domain 15 times or whatever, and then defeat bosses 10 times or whatever. If I think you can hit it, just take it casually. So yeah, going back to the way Kali consumes more in Genshin, you can fight weekly bosses without claiming the reward, right? We all know in Genshin. So the way that work in this game is that once you do the attempt, once you empty out the 3 attempts, can you fight them? Yes. But you cannot claim the reward, which is good for like testing team or whatever, you know, or like yeah, basically like a punching bag. You can use them as a punching bag in Genshin, just like in Genshin. The weird thing about the game is that they don't let you do the Calyx area or Stagnant Shadows without claiming it. The way it works, okay, let's go Standing Shadows because they are loud as hell, but yeah, I'll show you. It's been 2 hours just rambling, oh boy. Nah, it's fine, who cares? No one give a shit. Oh, my phone. Like in Genshin, people can enter domain to charge their burst or whatever, right? That's longer than expected. In this game, you can't. Let's say if you want to test your team rotation against Cryo Regis Vanora, you can do it. You cannot. Sorry, it's too loud. You have to pay before you can fight it. I just hate the sound effect, sorry. It's the same with other Calyx. That's it. Storage. This one is artifact. It's a relic. You cannot do it, you have to pay to enter. It's the same with ley line, quote unquote, where you farm money or something. Money and XP material for light cones. It's the same. So the only place where you can enter, fight, don't have to pay for Trailblaze point is weekly boss after the 3 times entrance. Okay. Yeah, you have to pay. So yeah, I don't know. So let's say if you cannot, if you want, you have to rely on overworld a lot, or at least weekly boss, I think. If you want to test something, I don't know. Maybe they will change it. Hopefully they change it. Hopefully.
Is there anything interesting here?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, girl. Shut up. So yeah, be worried about that. Oh, don't do like, oh, I want to test my team comp against enemies that weak to. I want to test my lightning team. Fight a boss that weak to lightning. You have to pay. So yeah, be worried about that. That's it. Travel log is just event tab. We have Similar Universe, which is basically the weekly stuff, and you can get some reward first clear. And then this is Xiangling or Chinkyo. Yeah, you get her from Forgotten Hall, Spiral Beast Stage 3. Yeah, it's fine. I think that's all. I haven't talked about the character because there are some characters I want to see. I haven't read about the character, to be honest. This is Forgotten Hall. I just don't care much. It's not that I don't care, it's just I don't invest my time min-maxing my team. I just play normally just to see how far I can push it. So my run is not, my playthrough is not optimal, because I know some people pushes themselves to clear the thing. Yeah, I got cock blocked by Bronya. Number one, I have both lineup needs fire. So I just ran Hook and Himeko, but Bronya the gimmick is that whenever Bronya summons this army thing, the soldier, her elemental weaknesses gets null. So you deal neutral damage to her, which is stupid. So I just did what I can. That's fine. I think that's it. Mission is just your tab. You have first one is Trailblaze mission, which is our conquest, I guess. top right. You can see it. I know it's small here. Basically, arc quest. This is the big story. Companion mission, story quest. It's great. Natasha story is great. Hook story is great. Love it. Asta also great. Love it. Daily mission is your daily stuff. Yeah, basically your commission. And adventure mission, world quest. A lot of world quests exactly. There are some chests that are locked behind like a puzzle, so you need to trigger world quests to do it. But yeah, it's fine. So I wanna do some review about the. Okay, let's pause the game first. I want to do some review about the availability of character, because again, I'm not a theory crafter. I play for fun, which for some people is a blasphemy. You don't play for fun. You play.
Anything interesting here?
You play because of the spreadsheet. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I guess. Why I go here because of music. Let's sit next to your girl Asta. Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing, the radar thing. Yeah, Bing chilling. Let's sit next to Bing chilling. Okay, where is it? We need to get to 2, right? Oops, sorry. There you go. So shout out, thank you to Star Rail Station for making this thing, basically like a database site for the game. This is among the earliest sources about the game compilation. Believe me, I checked the wiki, doesn't help. So this is at least a comprehensive one. The other one is the one that I found, basically is Honkai Lab. I mean, you can Google it basically. And then this is the wiki. Not a lot of XP. I try to basically check the Trailblaze XP for each Trailblaze level. Not there, not updated. It's fine, it's fine. So I want to talk about the character availability. So let's go by element first, just to see. It's for myself as well. It's not like a guide. I do it for myself. I just like talking to people. So this is 4-star. This is 5-star. That's a good filter. Okay. So let's start with element coverage. IDM, shut up. Okay, elemental coverage. We have, at the start of the game, we have 4 elements. We have Shushang, which will be available in Jingwon's banner. Again, the assumption is that the current banner we have in beta, or the banner rotation in beta, and the 4-star will be the one that they carry over to the official release. Like in Sila's banner, we have Hook, Natasha, and Pila. So that's my assumption. I could be wrong, but okay, whatever. I got Shushang from Natasha's banner for some reason. I don't pull on Jingwon's banner, but I have Shushang. So we have for physical attacker, for physical element. We'll talk about element and then we'll talk about class. For physical element, we have Shushang, Natasha, physical MC, and then Clara. Clara is from standard. Some people like Clara. I haven't played Clara. I watch her gameplay. Might be interesting, but I don't see much value from it. Sorry. For fire, we have Hook, which is available in in Pila's banner. Asta you get from your tutorial gacha. Fire MC you get after chapter 1, technically speaking, during the story. Let's call it that, during the story. And Himeko in later, like later, by later I mean standard banner and beginner's banner. For ice we have Pila, she in Sila's banner. Herda you get for free as part of the simulated universe tutorial. March you get initially Yanqing and Japart from standard banner and beginner's banner. Tingyun, Jingwon's banner. I got Tingyun on Sila's banner for some reason. Serval, I believe you got her from the pre-registration reward or something. So Serval is good. Arlan, I believe he will be available at the shop. So when the beta starts, we have Arlan and Asta here, I believe. So this is the second rotation. So in February when beta starts, we have Arlan here and Asta here. The only thing I don't know about the game is that whether some characters are locked in standard banner, like Genshin. Because so far, there's no banner that features Arlan. Sorry. Because... okay, we have Natasha, Hook, Pila. And then during Jing Yuan's banner, which is the second banner after Sila, we get... let me open my window. During Jin Yuan's banner, we get... I believe we have March. Yeah, during Jin Yuan's banner. Oh shit. We have March, Shushang, and Tingyun. So so far no Arlan. I don't know. Maybe he will be available in future banner. Maybe, I don't know. I cannot confirm it. So Arlan is the 4-star. I don't know where to get. Bailu standard, Jingyuan limited, Kafka unreleased, I believe. Not yet. For Win, that's for Lightning. That's for Win, we have Sampo, Koski, Danhang, Ronya. Ronya from standard, Danhang we get as part of the story. Sampo 4-star. I know some people get Sampo, but I don't have Sampo. Oops. But what I get is like 7 or 8 Pila, which is dank. So I'll take it. Quantum, Silverwolf, which is like Kafka, kind of unreleased, maybe they release later. Sila, the first premium standard banner character when the game is available. And then Chinkyu, you get from clearing floor 3 of Forgotten Hall, aka Spiral Abyss. I talk about Chinkyu. My issue with Chinkyu is just her consistency. So in like a content where you want to deal damage and her Jade Tile doesn't proc. Yeah, let's talk about it. I talk about this on stream, but let's talk about it for a bit. Sorry. The thing about Chinkyu is that her, it's not like a issue or anything. It's just the matter of consistency. So basically, whenever Chinkyu relies on Jade Tiles, she's like a mahjong player or whatever. So her Jade Tile works is that she will deal splash damage when she has 4 of the similar Jade Tiles. So how can you get 4 similar Jade Tile? Because the Jade Tile you get every turn is RNG. You either spend your skill point. She doesn't deal damage with a skill. So you keep refreshing your Jade Tile. Number 1. Or number 2, every ally turns. At the beginning of an ally turn, so you have 3 allies. So Chinkyu has 1 chance of randomly drawing Jade Tile. So you rely on that to get the correct matching tiles so that she can trigger her splash damage. That's number 1. So my issue for now is inconsistency, number 1. But however, at E6, during enemy's turn, 65% chance to draw another random Jade Tile. But again, 65% chance. So you have 3 guaranteed chance during ally's turn. And let's say you fight 4, or let's say you fight 5 enemies on the battlefield. So you have 65% chance to proc random Jade Tiles drawing for each enemies. So I guess you need E6 Chinkyu to like get her to be a little bit more consistent. Like I use her in the overworld, she's fine, she's functional. Don't get me wrong, I think she's funny as a character in terms of usage because RNG, right? But in a content with time limit and consistency like Forgotten Hall, I think Chinkyu might be a bit difficult to use. So that's why I'm so adamant about getting Sila. But then again, I will rely on 50-50 to get Sila, so when the game's released. So I don't know, we'll see. But if not, then I don't mind playing Chinkyu. I'll make way for her to work. So that's for Quantum. Silverwolf, no news about release. Nihility. Huh, interesting. Sampo Koski also Nihility. What's that, dude? Yeah, Nihility. So for Quantum, one mid-game-ish or like early game-ish, mid-game-ish character you have to grind for in Spiral Abyss / Forgotten Hall. One premium character. Imaginary is worse because limited 5-star, I believe. Well from standard banner, Luocha from I think limited banner or something. I got confused whenever I started playing because I thought Luocha and Jingyuan the same character. Is not. When I see the notice in game. So in terms of elemental coverage, Quantum and Imaginary will be the premium elements because every other element kind of have a good spread aside from Wind, I guess. Lightning has a lot. In terms of 4-star, you get for free, confirmed, so everyone will have at least one lightning character. Everyone will get Herda and March, so you get 2. But in terms of like DPS, Herda is 1, March is more like a tanker. Fire, for sure you get Asta, and later on you get Fire MC. Physical, you will for sure get Natasha and Physical MC. So in terms of elemental coverage, you get a lot. In terms of like, you know, early game coverage, you get 1, 2, again, the one that you can get for free. So Physical MC, Natasha, you get Fire, Asta, March and Herda for Ice. Lightning, we get Survival from the registration bonus or whatever. Danheng will be the Wind. So the issue will be Quantum and Imaginary. Well, for Quantum you can get Jinkyu, but you have to play the game to get Jinkyu. Do a little bit of grinding or whatever. So yeah. So the premium one probably these two. And the way I see it, whenever I fight enemies that are weak to Imaginary, it's a net loss for me. You basically have to double. Basically you have to run double number of mono character. Let's say the enemy is weak to Imaginary, Physical, and Wind. So you have to run double Wind or double Physical just to break shield, which is, it's fine. As long as you have elemental coverage, it's fine. I also fight without elemental coverage multiple times. So it takes longer, but whatever. So let's talk about classes. So in terms of coverage, aside from these two premium element, the rest are, you get them for free. So the game kind of prepares you for that. You don't have to rely on gacha to get it, which is fine. So in terms of elemental coverage, to cover weaknesses for most of the content, at least for like the story part or whatever, it's fine. Let's talk about roles for now. Let's talk about healer. We have 3 healer: Bailu from standard, Natasha, and Luocha. Luocha I don't know where. Bailu standard, Natasha standard. My issue with that is that I wish we have one more 4-star healer. Why? Because once you reach the point in Forgotten Hall where you need to run 2 teams, what I did was I run Fire MC and March to compensate it. Why? Because sustain, Forgotten Halls, Spiral Abyss, you have 2 waves of enemies, and enemies during the first wave they apply a lot of DOT to you unless you can one-shot them. Again, you've seen my relic level, they are like level 6, 9, 12. Again, I'm not optimizing in terms of gameplay, I'm just playing normally, you know, so I'm not optimizing the stuff. So for me, if I have a second healer, I can run 3 DPS and 1 healer, I'm good. But because I don't have a healer, I run 2 shielder, and I don't think the way I build them, they don't deal much damage. That's on me, not on the game. But because I want my shielder to be bulky, because I don't have a healer, because I need to survive of the 2 waves. So I wish we have another 4-star healer, but whatever. So in terms of shielder, Japard is the premium one. Japard is a burst or ultimate base healer. Oh sorry, shielder, because his ultimate, that deals the do the shielding, right? Trailblazer and Trailblazer MC and March, they are the one that use scale. Which one is cheaper? That's my preference for shielder. I don't have Japar, so some people that use Japar, they say they like him, so yeah, sure. In terms of nihility, so the buffer class, we have the one that available in game. We have Pila, and Sampo. Some people like have Sampo. I haven't read his cat. I'll read about it later. Pila Dank, I have like only good things to say about Pila. She's fun to use. I also use some friends. Well, yeah, it's fine. The delay is correct though. So nihility, more or less, I don't want to say unnecessary, but if you want to run them, you know what you're doing. You get the standard, probably 1 healer, 3 DPS of any classes, because you can run 1 healer, 2 buffer, debuffer, or whatever, right? So up to you. So for nihility, it's fine. So I heard the Sampo has some kind of delay on his technique, so could be dank. Might get him. Asta we got for free. Bronya premium. Tingyun banner. Asta fine. Speed buffer, I love it. She also can function as like a sub DPS based on her traces talent thing. Fun, I think. Tingyun, if I get Tingyun, I might I might use her more, to be honest. The buffing helps though. Like, oof, I think it's fun. The battery and the buffing, damn. Bronya is correct as well. I used Bronya at one time, but yeah. Oh, she's great. A lot of people like her. So erudition, a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 elements for elemental coverage. You get 3 for free. It's fine. Good enough for me, I think. But for Shinku, you need to wait. Jingyuan banner, Himeko banner. Hunt, you get for free. Limited, standard, banner. Functional. Destruction, banner, I don't know where. Story, banner. Standard banner. So in terms of coverage, everything is fine in terms of role. My only issue probably Natasha. Oh, it also depends on the way you view team building, right? Because some people like to play normally, like I just play healer because yeah, whatever. And some people like to sometimes I also like to play fancy. I play stall team, so Fire MC, Natasha, and then like 2 DPS so that I can just stall in simulated universe or whatever. But I can see myself using like Pila with Asta, for example, and then Fire MC, and then Natasha. So no like standard DPS from Destruction, Hunt, and Erudition class. I can see myself using that just for fun. Himeko, I got used to Himeko. That's why I don't use Asta as much. But yeah, the 3 standard DPS, it works. Like you have varieties of options. The issue is whether in terms of the big bosses, elite enemies or stagnant shadows or weekly bosses, it's a matter of do you have the elements from these 3 classes that can, you know, exploit their weaknesses. Do you have the element required to fight them? If you do, then everything should be fine. Aside from Forgotten Hall, as long as you have sustain, aka shielding and healing, you can take your time whittling down the HP. I know it's not effective, it's longer, you have to play a little bit more slower, right? But in terms of the content we have, should be fine, I think. Like I purposely MC Natasha, Himeko, and whoever I bring when fighting Kukulia Simulated Universe, just for fun. Basically stall. That's good. There are some characters that I am curious about. Let's look at based on classes. Like Natasha, I kind of know how she works. Bailu, let's look at Luocha. This is just a lot of reading. 5-star character, 66 stagnant shadows material, and then the monster material. You need about 3 million. No, 300k. Sorry. Let's look at the talent. Single target attack, restore HP. Oh. Dispel buff. A field. Enemy in the field attacked by an ally. The ally immediately restore HP. Oh, that's interesting. I used him like during the story, but I did not like spend the time to read it. Basically, every time he acts, or basically when he heals with his skill, and dispel debuff with his ultimate, or dispel buff, sorry, he gets a stacks. So his skill can heal. When he uses ultimate, you can dispel one buff. So whenever he heals or dispel buff from his skill and ultimate, you get some kind of stacks. So when the stack is full, you will put like a marking on enemies, and whenever your allies attack the enemies, they will restore HP. Oh, that's interesting. Gimmicky, but that's really interesting. I did not read his skill when he was available because I thought, oh shit, trial character. That's really good though. Oh god. So this is his traces. So basically you get some stats increase from traces, and then you can unlock like a new gimmick or whatever. So like this one, once you unlocked it, this one is dang though. Cannot be higher than 80% of my HP. Damage received by from single attack. Oh my gosh, you cannot one-shot him. Delicious. You generate 10 energy so you can maintain your stacks. Cool. Lower charge skill. 1 debuff from allies. So you heal and then remove debuff. So it's like March trace and Natasha trace. Dispel. Yeah, that's standard. This one, the Watcher plus Ting Yun. Dank. They don't show the ultimate. Oh, okay, they show you the ultimate cost. Sorry, 100. That's good. So I might run Ting Yun properly, to be honest, just to abuse it. That's fun. Is it on? I don't think I should read it because no, sorry. Natasha's okay. There's a few characters I need to read that I think might be interesting. I want Kafka a lot, to be honest. I heard she's good. Same 66, 300k roughly. Kafka is Nihility. I thought she's like a DPS or something. Lightning damage to single enemies, and splash damage. So she's like Hook, splash damage. If the main target receives dot, all dot will be immediate apply damage equal to 100% of their dot damage multiplier. Oh my god. I don't understand this one. If the main target enemy currently receiving dot, okay. If the enemy has dot, all dot on the enemy immediately apply damage equal to 100% of their dot damage multiplier. I don't understand that one. Basically you deal more damage, but how? The calculation. Ultimate lightning damage to Kafka to all enemies. To become shocked, 100% chance. I don't know if enemies have effect resistance. Like you have 100 base chance to become shocked, right? But can the enemies reduce it if they have some kind of resistance? I don't know. We'll see. We'll wait until we have more data. Maybe we have, I just don't interact with people. Take damage, shock, 3 turns, lightning dot equal to Kafka attack. That's just standard. Basic attack on the shock enemies, deal lightning damage, so follow-up attack. Yeah, just like Himeko or Herda. That's kind of dank. Standard sub DPS debuffer. She's more like a dot attacker rather than debuffer, sorry. I know Nihility, we talk about Nihility, right? So Nihility we have debuffer and just standard DOT character. So Kafka is the other one, not the debuffer, because I don't see any like debuff. It's more like applying status and then improving and increasing the dot DOT. Traces basic attack on shot enemies, deal damage more, generate energy on kill. Ooh. And then debuff. Okay, there you go. 20% less damage to Kafka. That's useful. Cost 100. Oh, dang it. Kinda expensive. That's the other one that I want. Kafka. Silver Wolf. Yeah, I heard about a lot of people talk about Silver Wolf. About how she can manipulate stuff. Quantum damage. Okay. 60% chance implanting a random bug. Ooh. Quantum damage to... okay. Weakness of the same type as a random ally attack type on enemies that less treated. Wait, what? 75% base chance to add one weakness of the same type as random ally attack type. And reduce enemy resistance to that attack type by 20%. So you got a mono team with Silver Wolf. So if you run all quantum team, you can just abuse the hell out of it. Damn. Quantum damage, entanglement. Each debuff on enemy deal extra quantum damage. Delay by 40%. Delay. Quantum dot. 3 types of bug: reduce attack, defense, and speed. When for every debuff that the enemy attacked by Silver Wolf has, Silver Wolf damaging 5 times. So she has 3 types of bugs, and she can apply the bugs with her normal attack. Because her skill is about increasing the elemental weaknesses or elemental weakness based on the ally. Ooh. Shield looks fun though. This is what I said when front loaded, quote unquote. Because usually for like normal attack, deal elemental damage, blah blah blah. But now Silver Wolf has some kind of debuff or elements integrated into her normal attack. It's interesting. This one looks fun. You can get 5 times. And then attack enemies, battle, ignore weakness type, you use toughness of all enemies. Reduce the toughness of all enemies. That's immediately attack enemy. Okay. After entering battle, ignore weaknesses type and reduce toughness of all enemies. Well, I guess it's like a set number of weakness. It's not emptying the whole bar, right? It's not emptying the whole toughness gauge. That would be too broken. Because target with their weakness broken, this will become entangled. So it depends on the thing, I guess. Just from what I've read, breaking the toughness bar relies on have some kind of influence based on your level. So if you're at higher level, you will deal more damage or something. It's not like a set in stone. Oh, if you have fire, if you fight fire elements enemy, you will deal, and you deal fire damage to them, you have like 20% of the bar done or something. No, it's not like that. Your level plays a part. Yeah, I like this character, to be honest. She looks fun. Bronya. I don't have Bronya. I used her one time, but you know, just before I end the stream, you need to check. For my curiosity, it's my stream, who cares? Yeah, this is what I said. With damage, that's it. Most characters most characters have this kind of description. Dispel debuff for single ally from a harmony character, not a shielder, not a healer. Because Bronya is a buffer, harmony debuff. Advance your action by 100%, increase advance forward their action by 100%, increase their damage by 36%, single target, increase attack all allies, crit damage equal to 12% of Bronya's crit damage. I guess you need to rely on crit rate then. Oh, I guess I get why they use crit damage, because you can cap on crit rate. Once you have 100% crit rate, there's no point of increasing it. Okay, I can understand it. So with crit damage you can go over and beyond. After using her basic attack, next action event for over 50%, that's not bad. So you can get more turns Bronya. Buffing. Basic attack crit rate, 100%. So she can crit all the time with her normal attack. And she can also speed herself up with her normal attack. Okay, that's why people like her so much. Okay. I thought it's just the buffing. Increase ally defense? That's not bad. On the field, 10... Okay. Okay. I see why now. I don't bother reading it, to be honest. I see why people like her and want to reroll for her. Jingyuan, I read his skill, but I kind of remember some of them. Deal lightning damage, enemy, Lord attack count by 2. Yeah, it's about summoning, right? Deal damage, attack count by 3. This is his talent, basically his passive. Summon Lightning Lord at the start of battle. Yeah, basically extra follow-up attack. But you can buff this Lightning Lord, so you cannot buff its speed. So that's dank. You have 5th party member. It's a follow-up attack. It's like Himeko or Herda, because Himeko and Herda, they kind of... You need to fulfill the condition to trigger it. So for Jingyuan, you basically get extra every time. Extra attack every time. Speed increased by 10. Pretty good. I think he's interesting. I used his one time during his trial. Battery 15. I mean, the cost is not... Oh, okay, the cost is very high so far. So the highest so far is Silver Wolf 120, Jingyuan 130. But you can buff with your girl, Tingyun, because they're both lightning. Crit damage increase. Kill, crit rate increase, but... Yeah. I guess I don't pay attention to him that much, because so far I think, oh, okay, I have the stuff I need. I don't care. Sila, fun. Yanqing, fun. Danheng, fun. Shushang, fun. Clara and Arlan. Those are the final 2. Physical damage to Clara attack and all enemies. So multi-target. Physical damage to enemy marked by Svarog mark counter. Ooh. After using her ultimate, damage dealt to Scar reduced by damage reduction and aggro for 2 turns. Increase counter chance when allies attack. Guaranteed to launch counter. Guarantee. Counter damage multiplier increased by 96%. Yeah, we don't have counter damage scaling. Basically, I think they take the calculation probably based on the normal attack or something. In terms of the modifier, just enemy take splash damage. Damn. Damage taken reduced by 15%. Mark enemies with Clara. Retaliate. Yeah, there we go. 80% of Clara attack. That's not bad. Attack enemy. Okay, I mean, it's fine. Clara is attacked. Fixed chance to remove debuff coming upon her. Ooh. That's kind of good though. Basically, you just rely on counter to deal damage. But I don't know if it is viable in like a speed contest. Or basically, Spiral Abyss. I don't know. Because it's a damage race. Debuff and sword counter damage. What, 69 with this? 30 plus... Oh, 100. Okay, that's a lot. Over 100. 100, what? 156 or something. Damn. Arlan, last one. I heard about Arlan. Arlan is one of those low HP, higher attack. I read his skill, but consume HP. I read his kit. Well, he's at the shop, I believe, because I read his kit somewhere. Consume HP. Hutao. To deal lightning damage. Okay. Lightning damage, single target, and splash damage. Okay. Increase island damage for every percent of HP below his max HP up to max 40%. So increase island damage for every percent of HP below his max HP up to 40%. Huh. 30%. 2% HP, dot rest, battle. Null attack. So far he has like a way of sustaining himself. So you can basically abuse it. Because he's 4-star, let's look at the thing. The Eidolon. Skill can be used so as HP percentage is about equal to 5%. Okay. Oh, okay. Skill damage increase, dispel debuff, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about skill increase will only +2, not +3 like in Genshin. Unfortunate. Strike by killing blow, restore 25% HP, and HP is lower than 50% of his max HP. I mean, he has a way of, you know, sustaining himself. My issue is that we don't have a character that can fully I think a character we don't have a set of character that can fully abuse this, I think. Like lowering his HP, he did it by himself every time he deals damage with his skill. And then when, right, the ultimate doesn't have HP scaling. Like, you don't get extra damage based on the current HP or whatever. It's just standard attack scaling. This one, the talent. So he can get to a point where he can maximize this thing. Yeah, sure. My issue is that, do we have a bulky shield that can protect him if you want to maximize his damage? That's the issue. That's the thing. Current percentage. Because again, we talk about spreadsheet gaming. The best way to do it is basically maximizing this thing. So you get the max 40% damage increase. But I don't know. I don't know. I haven't played with him. I cannot confirm or deny anything. I'm just reading here. For this one, for E1, basically, you can use his skill as long as his HP is not below 5%. Is it a typo? Because this is 15. I think it's 15%. Can be used as long as current HP percentage above equal to 5%. Current HP percentage is less than 15. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I think it's a typo, maybe, or my reading comprehension is just that bad. As long as his current HP is above or equal to 5%. If it's lower than 15, yeah, it doesn't make sense. So I think it's 15%. You get reduced to HP to 1. Damage increase, dispel debuff. That's good for like self-sustain. You know, you don't have to rely on a healer or Bronya or March to dispel. Struck by killing blow, revive, and 25% HP, and then lower than 50% of its max HP. Ultimate damage increase. So this is a scaling for HP scaling on his ultimate. Okay. My issue is, do we have a shield that can a shield that can basically let us to utilize this? Because the best way to do it is just run around with low HP, so 1 HP. Maybe. because like the E6 just give you extra damage based on his current HP, because the regular one doesn't give you HP scaling. I think I'll say Bailu last one, because I kind of want to heal her. Single ally, and then 2 more times. Outgoing healing reduced by 50%. Oh, okay. Just stacking, I guess. Low, big, smaller, small. Invigoration. When an invigorated ally is hit, we heal 5%. Pre-invigorated. What the hell is invigorate? They don't explain. Invigorate is a state. What's the trigger? What's the thing? Or is invigorate a state where allies got healed by Baiju? So if March get healed by Baiju, sorry, no, Baiju. Bailu, if March got healed by Bailu, then that means March is in invigorated state. So when March get hit, Bailu will heal for 5%. Is that how it is? I think that's how it is. Yeah, it's fine. Heal target above normal max HP. The target max HP for increased by 10%. 1 extra time with 7% damage. Am I missing something? I think so, or I'm just that bad at reading. Whatever. Anyways, it's been what, almost 3 hours of rambling. I guess before we end, let's see all of the options available in terms of 5-star light cone that you can get for free in the game, that you can grind for in the game. Let's go. Himeko then, just for good luck. You have 2 spots to get like light cone, aside from gacha. Basically, you can get light cone from your girl Herda, and you can get light cone from Forgotten Hall. So let's go to Herda first.
Fancy a coffee?
I bought the first one, I'll show you later. So this is instruction. The effect: increase rare attack, stacking, weakness rate, increase damage. Fine. That's good for like destruction. This one is preservation. Effect resistant. Single target. If the wearer's attack has no shield, gain shield equal to max HP. Trigger has shield with attack, they decrease damage. This goes on March, for March I believe. Single target. But that means you have to build March HP and defense to abuse the effect, but I don't think so. You just build regular. Because I think the damage reduction is a lot better compared to the shield you get from your HP scaling. The shield you get if you have no shield. I think the damage reduction is better. Max level you get 24%, that's good. You can max it out. It's a matter of time. This one, the one that I maxed out. Level 5, the one I maxed out. Yeah, 60% crit rate. Crit rate against enemy HP less than equal to 50%. So you get 32% if the enemies have lower than 50%. Very good for Sheila, because Sheila is just snowball sting. And when wearer defeats enemy, increase attack for 3 turns. There's a bug with this. In combat, the modifier when you defeat enemy, your attack modifier increase, they show as 0%. It's a visual bug because the effect is still kicks in. That's number 1. It's fine. Number 2, for in the shop. In the shop, Forgotten Hall, you can buy stuff there, but it's not 5 star, it's 4 star. unfortunately, but it's fine. They are good. Using keyboard and mouse, awkward. Messenger, exchange loosen afterglow. So yeah, you get this material from Forgotten Hall and weekly bosses, this thing. And you can also get it as part of the drop from weekly bosses. Okay, let's look at the thing first. So, Echo of War. Yeah, you can get light cone. I have this on Danheng because I bought it from the Forgotten Hall. And I buy the superimpose. I buy another copy to superimpose, but you can get it from weekly boss. It's a matter of RNG, I believe. It's dank. So yeah. So you can get it from weekly bosses. I think drop rate, and then here consistently, because you will get this point thing every week from weekly boss. So at the very least, there's a like reliable way to grind it. This is attack and then 2 or fewer enemies increase crit rate. It's functional. So it's good like against bosses, 2 or fewer enemies. This one I got one from gacha, I believe. I got like 3 copies of these. Weather damage for 12, and then enemy when killing enemy, increase attack by 4% of the 4 time. This is good for wave clearing. This is preservation. This one is really good. Defend, increase damage resistance all allies by 8%. Good. I use this one on Natasha. Increase regular outgoing healing by using skill and 2 energies for an ally. It's fine. There's another one, but it's fine. Destruction is just damage and sustain. Usually. Oh, dot. Increase that damage enemy if it will burn or bleed. Good for physical MC and good for hook, surprisingly. Burn and bleed because physical and fire. Nihility. Effective rate 20%, dot by 24. That's good. I don't think you can abuse it on Pila because ice doesn't deal dot. Yeah, ice deal dot. Give me a sec. Let me confirm it. Ice deal dot. Yeah, but frozen. I guess they just changed the modifier or something. Or reduce the turn of dot, maybe. I don't know. And then last one, harmony. This one is dank. Weather break effect, 24%. Generate energy. Flat energy, not energy regen. That's good. Basically, if you want your Bronya to be a burst bot, ultimate bot, then yeah, that's the way to go. Dank, to be honest. Yeah, that's it. Final one. Let's go back. Let's go back to the star realization, I guess. Let's talk about the character available. 5-star. Sorry. 1, 2. They don't let you show the standard banner, isn't it? Oh god, okay. 5-star, ignore Kafka and Silver Wolf. Ignore Sila. Ignore Jing Yuan and Luocha. Okay, we have Himiko, well, Bronya, Chapart, Clara, Bailu, and Yanqing. So, should you reroll? Depends, because some people really play for fun, so they like Clara. I don't know, I never play Clara because I'm worried that I will get Shu Shang again. So that means I have like 3 physical attacker option. Not bad, but kind of excessive. I think I prefer to have more elemental coverage. Because I know we have 1 and 2. I don't need Himeko because that means I have all 4 of these character for fire. But MC doesn't, it's not that MC doesn't deal damage, it's just in terms of scaling, you build him for the shield, not the damage. At least that's how I see it. So, should you reroll? Depends, I think. A lot of people like Bronya. I agree. Again, before I read her skill, I know that she buffed based on her ultimate. I do not know about her traces. Yeah, I did not read it in game. I just read the her talent, her skill, her ultimate in combat. Bronya might be good. Japart, I heard that a lot of people got Japart and they like him. Basically, Japart carried them defensively. I used him like one time. He can freeze us. He can freeze as well. He has like some kind of frozen thing. Basically like a like March. March can also freeze. Might be interesting, you know. But I think I prefer to spread my resources. I need to get attacker. Clara, I'm not sure because you want to get, at least for me, if I want to see, if you want to reroll for a 5-star, might as well get the one that, you know, helps you win the DPS race for Forgotten Hall. Yanqing is good. By the exception, probably Bailu, at least for me. Like if I want to reroll, Himeko, Bronya, Yanqing, Bailu. Yanqing lowest priority because I have Herda, so in terms of ice elemental coverage, I'm good. In terms of like top 3 probably Himeko, Bronya, Bailu. Like I don't mind if I don't have like a 5-star attacker until I pull on a banner. Again, we don't know because I did some testing in beta, assuming the income is more or less the same. I can guarantee 1 5-star pity on the first banner, and again the assumption is Scylla is the first banner when the game launch. I really want Scylla, but then again it's RNG, right? So whatever, that's out of my control. I just do whatever I can. But if I get Bailu, in terms of reroll, let's say I reroll for, I will only reroll for like 1 day if I want to at max, because I don't know. I think I'm on that day I will be busy or something. We don't know. We are running on the assumption the expected date on the iOS store is the launch date. So during the launch date, that specific day, probably I think I'll probably be busy. So if I want to reroll, I will limit it to 1 day. You know, if I get Bailu, I just buy it and just roll with it. But if I get the aim, probably Bronya or Himeko. I think Bronya has a lot more value because you only have 2. Because sample banner depends on your luck, right? It's RNG. So the guarantee you want is the one that you get is Danho. For fire, at least you get 2, Asta and MC. I know MC is shielder, but you know, the game is about breaking enemies and deal damage. Technically. So as long as you can break them, you can deal neutral damage or whatever. Hook is on Scylla's banner, but then again it's 4-star gacha, so I mean Asta is good replacement. So it's either Himeko or Bronya or Bailu. Nothing. That's not how the thing works. 1, 2, 3. Like Bronya has a lot more value. Future proof, quote unquote. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll do what I can. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow, I believe, on the stream, the live stream. They will show us the thing, right? So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's it. Enough rambling. I did not bother spending all of my pom-pom fuel. Where is it? No, I skipped.
You finally got some leisure time.
I'm sorry, pom-pom. Okay, I end the game in beta with some resets at level 56. Okay. So 56. We have some gacha to spend. Let's put it one standard banner before we end. That's not 5-star. Data bank. Oh, rough. You know what would be funny if I get it early? I don't think so. That's a new one. Oh god, what is that? That's a new one. Oh, it's the banner one. I read about this on stream. For every debuff the target enemy has, damage dealt will increase by 12%, 36%. Apply to dot. Silver Wolf, because she has multiple debuff. Debuff of every type or based on character. Because let's say two characters have the same type of debuff, so two characters both apply reduce attack. Does that mean does that count as one debuff or two? I think that counts as two. 24. Oh my god, 24 times 3. That's a lot. My god. You have it on Kafka or something, that's gonna shred though. One more. Give me like early 5-star so that I can brag or something. God damn it. 2 more, right? 1, 2, okay, cool. I forgot you can skip. Okay, last one. Pay to win. Damn it. I got a bunch of cornucopia, to be honest. Yeah, it's not enough. We need 20. Equals to 5, I guess. In terms of fuel, I have 3, I believe. Yeah, I have 3. I don't want to spend. Anyways, this is my account. So far, the best build character probably Himeko. And in terms of crit damage, Himeko and Sila, I believe. The rest are just mishmash of stuff. Anyways, done here. It's a review rambling for like 3 hours. Oh god, I'm so thirsty. I'll drink some water after this. Anyways.